City Carry podcast. This is episode 355. Have I gotten that wrong before, even though I have the title right in front of my face? Yes, because sometimes I write the title incorrectly, like on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And my alarm is going off right now. I started earlier so I could hop on and be here and like mess with people. You know what I'm saying? Because people are always like, "Yo, he's not on time. He's not. He's not here, man. He's he's not he's not here, man. He's not here, man. He's not on time." Shout out to Enfamil, he says, because there's an Enfamil here, because I have children. Shout out to Enfamil. Shout out to Ill. Shout out to all of it. Yeah, man, we chilling today, bro. I've been super busy, dog. It's crazy. Like, man, it just doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop for your boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I think last year, like in 2024, there were times. If you hear, if you hear anything in the background, she's watching Miss Rachel. I got like baby residue like on my shirt, yo. I'm a dad straight up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about this today and I'm like, damn, yo, there isn't really like what gives me the most joy is like spending time with my family. It's crazy. Like, I guess I feel very fortunate that I get along with my family, and including like my mom and stuff and just everyone that's around me. But it's my favorite to kind of just do stuff with them. Whereas in before, I ran away from home. I always wanted to be on my own and like hang out with my friends and stuff. I was freaking stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's freaking stupid, dude. I'm getting a suggestion from the coach. Look at this. Ray, you need to scope out a Ozark Trail Valor. To me, it's bench-made quality at like a fraction of the price. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Oh, this freaking thing? This thing again, bro? Are you just trolling? Because Ian trolling Coates he's always trolling. Just like when he told me to say, "Yo, tell him that it's Gulf colors," and he's gonna think you're mad ill, and then the guy made fun of me. You know what I mean? Ian Troller Coates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any interest in this thing at all. Like everyone's done video. Is this the one that went viral like a while ago? I mean, it's not this. It's not this, bro. The Valor. You know what I'm saying, dog? I put Valor in it. I put Valor in it. Maybe it's not out yet. Is that why? Let's see what this is on Reddit. I just don't care, bro. I just don't care about it. Um hmm. I guess I have to check it out. I can't get it. I mean, it doesn't seem like I can get it, right? Let's see what Ian's going crazy right now, bro. Like right off the dome, like right off the bat, son. This dude going wild and shit. It's out of oh, the clamshell is in stock though, but the box. You want me to get the clammy? Let's see what's going on. It's $20, right? You get a 14C, you get an aluminum, and it's a crossbar lock. You know what I'm saying? I just don't fucking care about this, man. Damn it, I cursed first 3 minutes. I'm gonna get demonetized. I don't know why. I have never wanted to look at these. You know what I'm saying? I just have. I don't know why. I have never wanted to look at this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see, man. Woo, snap, dog. This shit crazy. This looks crazy right now, bro. This looks crazy right now, dude. Yo, and the guy messed up opening it, yo. The guy couldn't even deploy it, dog. Wow. The guy couldn't even. Yo, that does not. I am not into that. Hey, come here, honey. Come here, hon. Come here. Come here. Let's say hello to everybody.
Daddy,
Daddy?
daddy, daddy,
Yeah.
daddy, 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 daddy.
Oh God, don't chew it. What if I were to do this though? What if I check out? What do you think? Oh, don't eat it.
Good night, daddy.
Night night. Say I love you. Hi, kiss. No kiss.
No kiss.
Hmm? Dada. Dada. Yeah.
Dada.
Yeah. That's Don't do that. The audio listeners are gonna get mad about that if you keep going like that. Huh?
Come. Come.
She's adorable, yo. She's adorable, man. Yeah, it's crazy, like how I just really just want to be with her all the time. You know what I mean? And just seeing her, like giving her new experiences, taking her to a new place, like Kelly and I. That's like, I just love doing that. And you know, before I feel like I had a lot more hobbies before. Like I would be, I mean, I don't know. I might be gaming this weekend because like Borderlands 4 comes out on Friday, and I already bought it for Kelly and I already have a copy. But it comes to like gaming, like I didn't even play Monster Hunter for that long, which is very weird. It was my favorite game. I guess maybe it's not anymore. I don't know. Or maybe like I'm more interested in other stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Making videos on knives and like running this channel and like improving it is probably my main hobby, right? Like the top is like my family, of course, right? And then like my main hobby is this whole thing we're doing right now, us hanging out, right? Um and then you know, like maybe I'll watch stuff like movies, anime, you know, shows and things. But I do that when I'm like doing chores. Like I do it on my phone. Like I'll just prop up a little thing, have my earbud on, and like load the dishwasher or like take out the trash. I'll be listening to a podcast or something. I don't know. Things have changed, man. I'm like super dad mode, bro. Like super dad mode right now. Let's see what y'all are saying in the chat, right? Let's see. Ray clicked the link I sent. I did that. The Valor is blue and in 14C28N. You used to have a white hand model that was awesome for dyeing colors. Okay, I have it in my pocket right now, so Ian knows what's up. Let's check out something badass like Opinel. Something badass like Opinel, huh? Is Opinel's French, right? Let's check out something badass like Opinel, huh? All right. I don't know why I just did that. Imagine I just get in trouble for that. I get to chill with the kiddo this weekend. Yes, you do, man. We're gonna bring her to Q&M, Queens Night Market. Any of y'all coming to rec this weekend? Definitely not I. We are going to our own rec. We are having a meetup. Oh, by the way, I'm probably gonna live stream this meetup, I think, and I'm not gonna live stream Q&M, but I think it'll be cool to live stream the meetup because one, you can see like just how large the collection has become. It's massive, like just massive. I don't even know how I'm gonna fit all of the knives like in the backyard. Like I have no clue right now. It's massive. I think this is the most knives I've ever had. I would have more. I would probably have like 600, 700 knives if I didn't sell my collection 2 times. I may have to sell it a 3rd time. Who knows? And then you guys get all the goodies. But yeah, this weekend, the New York City boys are coming over. I think except for Ben. I think Ben can't come until he's gonna go to Queens Night Market, but not the meetup. So I'm gonna have Fred the Lug with his son is gonna come, and then we're gonna have Mark Ridgewell, Fox, seems logical. And we're all gonna chill, bro. We're gonna look at knives, and I'm gonna try to stream it. I'll stream it that way you can check out some of the stuff that we're doing, and it's always funny, you know what I mean? Plus, like I get to practice my live streaming capabilities. You know what I'm saying? Blade Bench is trying to outdo me. What? What are you saying, bro? What is Ben saying right now? To outdo me, scammers. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? About to wreck Ray's backyard. Yo, dude, check a group chat. Okay, I'll do that later. But yeah, bro, shit has been pretty busy, you know. Shout out to everyone who joined doing the live stream for the New York Custom Knife Show. I'll be doing that again in about 2 weeks for the is it 2 weeks? It's for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. On Saturday the 27th, I'll be live streaming in PA at the Lehigh Valley Knife Show. Kelly and I were going to go to that. We're not going to bring the baby. Gonna have her hang out with my mom and Paul and stuff, and they're gonna take care of her. But yeah, we're gonna drive 2 hours there and back, and I think it'll be okay. But yeah, we're gonna hang out there. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'll get to do the live streaming thing again, which you know people are. I think people are gonna catch on to that if I keep doing it. That's like my hope that I become that guy because no one's really doing it like that. I think people have live stream shows before, but not at the level of communication. You know what I mean? I'm not like saying I'm like the best or anything, but I've just been doing this game for a long time, so I just know how to kind of keep the chat going. You know what I mean? I think the only downtime in the last live stream was the lunch. I think that was a little bit down because the audio wasn't as good because I had to charge. I'm gonna try to figure something out for that. I don't know what to do for that actually. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the only time I felt like I wasn't keeping people I wasn't keeping people I wasn't keeping people as entertained because like my voice isn't directly connected to the audio is a very important part of live streaming, bro. If your audio is not good, so you know what I'm saying? Look at this. The audio at lunch sounded good on my end. Bro, how do you know you were there? Of course it sounded good, Ryan. You're hearing it in person, dog. What the What do you mean, bro? He said the audio sounded good on my end. You were sitting in front of me, bro. You know what I mean? That's so fun. Bro, what the dude, what is going on right now, bro? Oh my god, yo. Let's see. Let's see what else is here. System glitch is trying to charge me 130 more than my purchase total. Holy cow. Give him a DM. Let's see. Ryan's a punk. What the? Eric is doing this to me personally. Shut up, bro. Yo, what up, Matt? What's going on, man? We're chilling right now. I'm gonna be doing the giveaway later, of course. There was something that let's see. I thought I saw something. Somebody said the flow in here is way better and it's not so drawn out. Thank you so much, man. I think it's because like we keep it light. You know what I'm saying? We just keep it stupid light. And it's not as like uptight and like I know all this shit, bro. You can be here and like be loose and like don't have to be the most knowledgeable, or you could be the most knowledgeable. And like I'm gonna just let you feel welcome in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm very casual to a fault, and I like let you guys teach me things, which is kind of a different thing. Whereas in when y'all go watch another knife YouTuber, like they usually know a lot. So like you're not, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's like I learn things from you guys. It's like the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, Riyadh just sent me a package. So that's gonna come in this week. I just got the crazy package from Katuo. So I have that I'm working through right now. They sent me all their new knives, bro. It's crazy. Every single color, every single model. It's nuts. So I have that. I have a bunch of stuff just coming in like constantly. And yeah, it feels really good, man. It feels really good to I went on vacation, then I came back and I was scared like things were gonna run out. I can always make content because my collection is really good now and there's like just cool shit in there. I can just dig through, like I could just be like Yo, this week I'm just gonna do a lot of concept shit, and like I just have over 70 concept knives or whatever. Same with Kaiser. Kaiser, I probably have like I don't know, maybe 100. I don't know, close to 100 of all the new shit, and some of the stuff from 2025, like the end of 2024, the end of 2024. But yeah, man, there's just a lot of stuff. So I usually will default to that. Like I'm gonna be like, all right, man, let me collection dive for Monday through Wednesday. Let me do Reich and Katuo and check those out. And you just never run out of content now. Ray, top 3 knives in your collection. Don't think. Right now, it's gonna be the Katuo Bratva mirror polished blade. That's just insane, bro. Like you have to see it in person to be like, holy shit, this is crazy. That one's really good. What's the other one I was just carrying right before? Oh, my PM2, the PM2 that I just got. I really, really love it. That's number 2 right now. And number 3, you know what's crazy? I would probably say the Rosie, but my Rosie is like super dull right now. Like I'm gonna show it to my friends on when they come here, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, this shit is not cutting anything." Like, bro, it's I have to sharpen it or like get it sharpened. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I have so much like dope shit right now, but definitely those 2 are like really what I like to carry right now. Is the Bratva. The Dirty Bird is really cool too. I have recency bias. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Ian says I guess I need a PM2 then. I think, and I did this for 2 weeks, right? 2 recycling days where I had to break down boxes and shit, and I just used the PM2. PM2 is like I don't I love using it to do that type of work so much, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if there's a knife better than that for me. No, it's S45. It's nothing crazy. I got a great topic for the live tonight. What's a discontinued knife you want to see get made again? Chat can chime in too. Well, we do actually have topics tonight. The Informer segment has returned. Shout out to Ian, by the way, for asking me to check out that Ozark Trail. It's always cool when people, put in topics and things like that. All right, I'm on the Informer section right now. Oh, it says talk about Patreon immediately. That's what it says on the top of the list. If you want to help this channel out, the best way is to do Patreon, patreon.com/everydaycitycarry. You have Kelly, me, sometimes the baby's there. We talk about behind the scenes a lot. Sometimes like there's like emotional breakthroughs in it. Like this past Sunday, Kelly was going through some stuff. So you get to get really personal with like us on that. And also we do reactionary videos where we watch clips that I gather throughout the week or weeks that are fucking awesome, dude. I'm talking about like imagine the best algorithm ever that you're scrolling through. Like I catered the dope shit. So I just have stuff. Some stuff is funny, some stuff is just cool, sometimes current events. It's super dope. And we do that every Sunday at 8 a.m. Patreon.com/everydaycitycarry. That's $5. And you can get all the episodes from previous Patreons as well. And if you want to do it through YouTube, YouTube also helps us. Anything helps us. YouTube is every Sunday at 8 a.m. You'll get it in the community post, the link. But yeah, shout out to everyone who is a member of either thing. Definitely helps out the channel quite a bit. And much love to you guys for doing that. All right, let's do Informer, baby. All right, so I don't know if you guys are following this Max Ace transparent knives beef, right? That's right. The homie Brian is, has some beef again, bro. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have been following it, but so here, let me just read the little excerpt here on the side. It says, if Max Ace would like to respond and contest the claim from Shop Yuan that they are helping them make clones, I will pin that comment below. The real question is, who is complicit and who is willing to take accountability for the products that leave their factories and making sure they're honest and ethically sold? Now, this is, it's got to be an argument, as old as time, bro. Tale as old as time. You know what I'm saying? That lady from Beauty and the Beast and shit. Just start singing it. Um, yeah, like clones, bro. You know, how do y'all feel about clones in this chat? Now, when I first started collecting, this is like 8 years ago. I'm talking about me, maybe even before 8 years ago, because 8 years ago is when I started this YouTube channel, right? So it was before that where like Love Them Knives was selling a lot of clones and shit. Yeah. Shout out to Dylan Mallory. He's like Mrs. Potts, bro. Yeah, that shit's so funny. But this is like maybe 8.5 years ago. Okay. Like I remember Love Them Knives was like he started doing these knife sales on his channel, and he had like dope shit, and he would have clones in there sometimes. So like I have bought clones. I have. Um and now that I'm like more well versed in this hobby, like they're not worth it. I'm not gonna lie, they're really not worth it. Because those clones, right? I probably spent, let's see, I didn't spend like $1,000 or something like that, but I spent like maybe under 5 bills through the majority of that when I first started collecting. Also blew a lot of money on bullshit too, like on Amazon, like Tac Force, Mech Force type shit. My daughter is like upset right now. She doesn't want to sleep. But like I didn't know any better, Like I was coming into the hobby super clean and like super green. I wasn't a fucking Boy Scout and fucking Eagle Scout and shit, and like I had knives my whole life, which is like the majority of the people in the hobby were like that back then. I mean, even now, people are like, "Yeah, I'm an Eagle Scout child shop." You know what I'm saying? I shop in my shit. You know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people like that right now. I shop in my shit. Eagle Scout. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Um, but yeah, like I did pick up my own share, and also I bought Ganzos too. Do y'all remember Ganzos, bro? Yo, 8 years ago, Ganzo was like a hot topic. Every reviewer fucking did it. I don't know if Shabazz did it, but I know Frankie and Bird did it, right? A bunch of reviewers from back then. I think a bunch of people, bro. A bunch of people. And Ganzo was straight up like the Ontario Rat 1, but with a crossbar lock. And this was before Benchmade's access lock patent like ran out. You know what I'm saying? So they were straight up like copying that shit. Um, like it wasn't a clone. It was like I don't know what you want to call it. Because a clone, I don't know. There's like a lot of differences with it. Anyway, let's go back. I just wanted to get your own thoughts on it. I see you guys talking about this. Blade Steel always sucks. I only got one clone, and I spent $500 CAD on by accident when someone ripped me off. Damn. God damn. Clone knives bad. Clone troopers still bad. Clones are a waste of money. North Mountain is using some bootleg camo carbon. Oh, damn. Ethics is for pussies. Stack that bread. Of course, Ben is going to say that. I don't care personally. Got to backdoor something these days. Wow. Yo, what's up, El Navajero EDC? Thank you for coming through. Let's keep going down to reach all it's saying here. Neves praised it long enough that I had to pick one up. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Way better than Shaman, which I thought would be more money. What are you talking about? Seems logical. Let's keep going down here. She heard Tac Force and get upset. Yo, maybe, right? Dylan, maybe she did. I prefer not to buy clones. If money is tight and you have no knives in the collection, then sure, get a clone. But after you get a real knife, you will naturally trend away from clones. Patty's built his channel on Ganzo. True. Sup, everyone, in and out of the live today. Thank you for coming through. My boy Fox, Forget Ganzo's Tucson is where it's at. That was for a factory selling clones out the back. Yeah, I don't know, because now, especially nowadays, you can get some bangers at $30, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can get some banging knives, $50 and under. There's so many bangers now. You can have a pretty cool collecting hobby still by doing that. So let's watch the video a little bit, then let's read some comments, and then I have Max Ace's reply, and then I have Brian's other reply on the topic.
hours ago, I made a post here on Instagram about some clones, specifically clones of David Mosier's steadfast knife model that are going to be released soon. The reason I'm making this video is not just to tell you that there's a clone out there and that clones are bad.
You know what? There is another video that I couldn't find. The first video. Can you guys find it? If you guys can find it, yo, that would be sick. I couldn't find the original video because I watched the original video, and I'm not sure if he talked about Max Ace in it at all. Like I didn't watch the whole thing, but let's watch this some more.
That's not the point. The point is that I wanted to explain why this specific situation and the details surrounding it are so much more important and significant than people are really realizing, I think. So there's two things I want to dive into. The first thing is that AliExpress shops like Shop Yuan, for example, are expanding into the knife clone industry. In other words, a growing market, right? And this is a very sensitive time for these newer clone makers and designers, because like just like when you start any business venture, even in a completely unethical one, it's very sensitive when you first start. You need to get the capital to get it going. You need to make sure that your first run is successful. So like, I don't know if you guys have followed clones as much as I have been, but basically like Ju Fuel is not the same as Lemefshe, is not the same as Kevin John, and so on and so forth. Like these are all different clone makers, okay? Now some of them use some of the same factories, but they all operate their businesses and their expenses separately. So when Ju Fuel was making the Oz Rosie clones, for example, it was a very sensitive period of time for them. If the Oz Rosie clones were not successful, Ju Fuel themselves stated they probably would have gone out of business. But because the Oz Rosie clones were successful, they're continually able to make more clones of other knives.
Yo, how many people in the chat have Oz Machine Co. Roosevelt clones? Yo, put your hands up right now. I got my clone right here, boy. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. It's a real thing. I'm just joking. Yeah, maybe 8 years ago I would have bought it. I don't know.
Now, the reason why this is important is that when you see newer makers like Shop Yuan trying to get into the market and trying to, create their own clones, what we really need to do is everything in our power to make sure that it's not successful, basically, right? Because if you're able to make the first few runs not successful, and I'll get into some action items we can take to help make that happen, but if you're able to make the first few runs not as successful, then chances are that particular clone maker will go out of business. That's at least one less clone maker out there, right?
Look at Fred the Lug right here. Shout out to Fred. How do you deal with a company like Migaron? They openly admit that they started as a clone company, but once they cut their processes straight, they diverted to only making original designs. Is a clone maker like irredeemable or not? Because people love Migaron now. I don't know.
The second thing I want to get into, which is probably more important than this even, is that we are finding, based on some hearsay and also some element of people just self-admitting this stuff, that there may be some respected Chinese OEMs who are not traditionally known as clone makers who are complicit in the making of clones. And so if you look at the post, which I see nobody noticed, but if you look at the post where I showed that post on our Chinese knives of the person giving the details on the clone that he was talking about that releasing soon, he was talking about how he was getting prototypes made from the Greenthorn and Maxace factories. Now Greenthorn, everyone knows, is a clone maker. That's all they do. But Maxace is not known as a clone maker. They're known as a respected Chinese OEM. And so the question is, to what degree does Maxace know that they are complicit in the making of clones, right? Maybe, and it's possible, we'll give them some benefit of the doubt, that maybe they just don't know the knife market that well, and they somehow don't know about David Mosier, one of the most well-known and respected knife makers in the game. Maybe they just don't know about him, and they didn't realize that they are making clones. Possible. I'm going to give them that benefit of the doubt. But what that means is that once we make it known to the public that this is something that's happening, and we also let Maxace know, so I'm going to contact Maxace myself and ask them, like, are you doing this? First of all, is it true that you are making these clones? And second of all, if it is true, are you going to stop now that you know that it's a clone? Right?
All right. So long story short, and I have not watched this whole video. We're doing it super cash, okay? We're doing it super. You know how we do it in this live show. We're super casual. We're not gonna watch the whole shit, because it's TLDR. too long, didn't read. You know what I'm saying? But look, you could see Max Ace doing some comments here. We have no cooperative relationship with Shop Yuan. I can't prove something that didn't happen. If I have no cooperation with you, how can I prove that there's no relationship between us? If Yuan claims that we are OEM manufacturer, I think we should ask Yuan to provide something that we have any cooperation. I pinned this comment to be clear. You are saying that there is no involvement of factories that MaxAce uses in the making of any clones or prototypes for those clones. I'm curious why, as soon as this video was made, the post and all associated comments, including about the big 3 factories, was deleted. I hope you understand how suspicious it looks. Even if it may be the case, there is no mutual involvement. From the outside, it looks like a slip-up and accidental admission on the part of Yuan. From the inside, we have very little, if any, insight into your factories and their operations. Damn. She just did. I read the post on our Chinese Knives last week, and it was someone that didn't understand fully what they were saying. MaxAce is not doing any OEM work for boutique brands or cloners. We contact the Reddit original post guy, and he denied he has said anything about our OEM. At the same time, I think it is extremely irresponsible for who to make such a statement based on a single post without any evidence. If someone who making accusation, please prove it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And then we have another thing here. Let's look at this one. Hell yeah. This is juicy right now. So this is like a message, right? We have no cooperative relationship with Shop Yuan. I can't prove something if it, and this is the guy. My post does not anywhere say that you make any products for any other stores, not anywhere. Making your comment on my page before reading correctly is inaccurate and misleading. The only mention I have ever made about MaxAce is discussing the quality of the main factories in Yangjiang, China. Nowhere, not anywhere, does my comment say that you OEM products for a specific shop. I would ask you to prove otherwise. I have caused zero issue for your store because I have never made this comment. Thank you. This is MaxAce again. Thank you to all those who supported and believed in us in the original post. Just want to clarify that MaxAce respects originality design and does not participate in the clones market. And then look, it says MaxAce is 100% legit. People are praising him. Of course, people love MaxAce. I stopped following Transparent Knives more than a year ago because he does BS like this for attention. I've talked to him, continuing talks with a potential inside source on this issue who vouches that MaxAce would not deliberately participate in cloning, but that due to either lack of knowledge of the custom knife market or not having control of their own factories, may have unknowingly participated. This is why I asked if MaxAce could show proof of ownership of a factory. I haven't confirmed this source yet, but it seems pretty legitimate. If what I've been told is true, MaxAce would not knowingly make clones. As for FYEDC store's claim here, it doesn't mean anything to me. If MaxAce was making clones for them and that was an accidental admission, obviously they would hide their tracks. If my source is legitimate, the best case scenario is that MaxAce specifically is not embedded with clone makers, but some other companies definitely would be. This has been my only lead so far in all of this. I will verify if the source is legitimate before further comment. This is crazy, bro. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat right now. Why would you admit guilt? Because someone online talks smack. I'd rather not get sued and say nothing. Let's see. We got Vibrant Kodiak in the house. I'd be worried about the quality of a clone, especially the locking mechanism and blade strength. True. People have to understand how things are done in China. They get a design and specs. Everyone makes it. And whoever makes it first to specs gets the contract. Then the rest have copies they need to get. Wow. BC is dropping some facts right now. Rid of so they mark it down and sell them as clones. Oh, shit. Brian gets into drama because he can't keep his top lip and bottom lip connected. Okay. Priorities, bro. It's normal. He needs to let the cut under his nose heal. Why can these adults not keep their fucking mouth shut? Definitely interesting with all those comments. Damn. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad in my opinion. It's looking bad. And then you have a lot of people here. You got the LTK saying that he loves Max Ace. Let me see if there's anything about clones here. I really don't like the high moral, judgmental attitude of people who want to dig up the details. Don't we have something better to do? I don't know about that. I love LTK, by the way. He's one of my favorites. Let's see. Time is a flat circle. I remember when people were pissed at you for selling the Covenant V1s through Ballot Plus way back in the day. I don't know what that means. Look at this translation. Let's see. Here's what happened. And then there's nothing. This guy just trolled me, yo. All right, we do have a third Instagram post here. You know what I mean? Let's put it in and see. Okay, so here we go. On obfuscation in the AliExpress world. To address that other people in the room may not be at your understanding, I think it's unfair to assume people 20 plus your senior and in the business don't know what you know. I purchased over 600 plus knives in my life. I've owned a knife from almost every manufacturer. I've worked with many of these brands. I work in the industry for a major manufacturer. I wouldn't disagree with many of your points, but many of them are still leaps and assumptions. People leave factories, go to other factories all the time. People steal stuff from other factories. We had to fire designers because they were working and moonlighting with other factories behind our back. I know of other factories that have had to let people go because they were stealing techniques and using them in their own personal OEM. There's all kinds of shady stuff going on. This happens in any business across the world, in almost any industry, honestly. For the most part, the knife world is much less shady than other industries. You should go work in the apparel industry. Yeah, true. All right, so let's just play here, see what's going on.
So I slept extremely early yesterday. I slept at like 9:30 p.m. so I could get up early today. It's 5:24 a.m. So what is that? I slept like 8 hours. Pretty good. Yeah, this is gonna kill me. But oh my goodness, like
I got a CS clone from Stetch for $25 and it's awesome, so I don't know. Bro.
I swear this is actually gonna kill me. So the deeper you dive into the cloning world, the more insane you get, I think, is just like the lesson to be learned. I think that there's just so much smoke and mirrors and bullshit. It is actually incredible. And it's like, it's so difficult to believe what any of these companies says at face value. And that's one of the difficulties for me in just like, oh, why don't you just ask if they clone? Well, obviously they're going to say, no, we don't. But we know in the past that there have been companies that have said, oh, we don't do this, but they actually do. That is my fundamental issue with the situation, is that people are like, why don't you just ask them and then just believe what they say? Well, geez, it's almost like if you're a company that is willing to participate in or...
Oh, you know what? Yo, you guys just reminded me. Unfortunately, as long as shady flea market sellers exist, there will always be clone buyers. I bought a Sabenza clone, so I can't say I'm anti-clone. Yo, what about the land? What is it? The land. What's the land knives Sabenza, bro? What is it? You know what I'm saying? What's the land? No, 910 land knives 910, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, dog, right? Like, what's up, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone fucking talked about this knife like 8 years ago, yo. Mad people. Look at this. This is fucking Love Them Knives right here. Frankie and Bird talked about it. Everyone talked about this knife. It was SLRM before Sanren Mew. And I guess they made the Land series, and you know what I'm saying, though? But like, people let that shit slide because they were so good. It was very strange. I had this shit. I had a bunch of these back then. All right, let's continue.
share factories with a company, or space even with a company that makes clones, can I really take what you say at face value? For me, no. Now we know, like, at least based on location, that they're all there's some geographic proximity there in a lot of these cases. But yeah, like the things that I look at personally, it's not just what people say, it's also just like what I see, right? And so when I see that, like, okay, so let me just give you a little bit of like background here. So I've been on AliExpress, like just like browsing, or sometimes I buy like little things I need or whatever. I've been on AliExpress since the inception of like production knives of higher quality, like in terms of build quality, I mean, being on AliExpress.
All right, so this is mostly an AliExpress video. I'm kind of like not feeling it. Pretty responsible to run your mouth and accuse people based off of a random Reddit post. I do kind of agree with that. You know, it's kind of I thought he had like some crazy source. I wouldn't mind seeing Kaiser Mini Hunter come back. Okay. I think that was from before. I wanted to read this comment. It was like, look at this guy. If you take, let me see if this guy's a real person. Hold on. I don't know. His account is private. If you take a regular guy like myself that don't work in the knife business, and I go to Ali and I order a clone for a work knife, and then I get the quality, I get it. The quality feels just as good as the real. It doesn't. For instance, the Rosie is the only clones I own currently, and both of them are 95% as good as the real one, and for a fraction of the cost. I've never held a Roosevelt clone, so I don't know. But it's very hard for me to believe that. They hold up great. The edge holds up, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I have had several clones in my time. They have all been top-notch knives. The CRK clones were actually better than the real one. That is not true. That is just a lie. And I have the real large 31 currently. I've been in the knife world pretty heavy for the past 5 years and have lost some serious money that I refuse to do anymore. Seriously, stop and think about it. If I know I'm going to lose money on a knife but not the clone, then it's a no-brainer. Maybe these big money should stop trying to get rich, and I'll come back. But as of now, I'm leaving knife pages because of the amount of money I lost. I mean, that is just a pretty, I don't know if that's a troll job or not. Like, it's a pretty fucking stupid fucking comment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in my opinion, bro. D-Metal says, I get what you're saying, but synonyms for noun clone include copy, replica, duplicate, imitation. I think you mean knockoff. Agreed, Ian. It's like high school girl that always starts shit and wonders why drama follows him. Can we move on to the next Informer segment? This guy wonders why he's always in drama. Look, dude, Ian, just because you're uncomfortable with a topic, like, doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it is probably one of the juicier pieces of news that's come out this past week. You know what I mean? That's why I'm talking about it. You know, that's how you make a show. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you make a segment like that. You have to talk about things like this as well as happy stuff too, you know? Let's see. I got stuck with a couple of fake Cold Steels and one fake Spyderco. They all sucked. I didn't say I was uncomfortable. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I mean, I'm not. Look, I don't know how you're feeling, bro, because it's like, can we move on to the next Informer segment? And it's like, you know, why are you trying to tell me how to run my show? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know, I mean, it seems like people are pretty into it. If you look at the chat, like, people are chiming in. So it's like, it's my job to keep the chat flow going. And that's why I'm talking about it, you know, because it is something that encourages discussion, which is like one of the skills you need to have a good YouTube channel, to have a good live show. That's why I put it. I knew this was going to cause a discussion. Am I super into it personally? No, I'm pretty casual in the hobby. So it's, to me, like, I was like, oh, I think people that have been in the game for a long time would like to talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on here. Like me with women. Clones, counterfeit steals, controversy. I'm autistic, so I suck at making conversation. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? How dare you inform people during the Informer segment? How dare you inform people in the Informer segment? Let's see. A few years ago, my local Cabela's was a hotbed for counterfeit bug outs. Guys bought the real thing, swapped it for a counterfeit, and returned them. Whew, that is not good. That is not good. Yeah, dude, it was just a pretty cool, not cool, but it was just a hot topic, bro. The only knives I am picky and pretentious about is fucking kukris or something. Is that what you're gonna say? Yeah, I knew it, bro. I couldn't even read it because there was some icons in front of it, like on my other screen right here, and I already knew he was gonna say kukri. Like I knew it already. The dude from the video is always looking for the fight. He talks on his IG live and his fights takes to the manufacturers. He's a strange dude. Now, I do think that sometimes he does get, he gets a little bit into sort of that realm. But I think he does good work too. You know what I mean? I think he does good work too. You remember like the whole beef with him and Hinderer and like how he stood up to them? Like I thought that was a pretty valid fucking thing that happened. You guys seem to have forgotten about that. And, a lot of the community was backing him then. So much so that I think he raised like a ton of money, like over 20K, I think. And just so he could like do this lawsuit because Hinderer was like, yo, we're gonna sue you to the ground, which is basically what they said. Like, yo, if you don't stop talking about it, which is you should be able to talk about anything. You know what I mean? If you put out a product, people can talk about it. Like you put out a product, people can criticize it. That's just true, No, it's not Hinderer. It wasn't Hinderer that made the shirts. I look, you got the wrong. It wasn't Hinderer that did it. Why you, bro? Why are you doing misinformation right now, huh? Why are you doing misinformation?
They make the frogs gay. They make the frogs. They make the frogs gay.
It was Medford, bro. That's so funny. That's so hilarious that he said that. Yeah. That was so funny, bro. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, I don't even want to talk about that, the whole Medford shit, bro. It's just yeah, it's mad funny because I remember he was like that all of that weird like racial stuff like happened, and then all of a sudden he released like Taiwan made knives and shit. Right? Didn't he? He did, right? I think he did. I thought he did. Didn't he? Did he do it or no? Am I wrong on this? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I think I heard it in a group chat or something, and I thought maybe it was real. I just looked it up right now, and I was like, no, they're still doing AZ. I thought I heard some, but see, this is what I mean. Like, I just heard some, and I didn't fucking fact check it, and I talk about it on a live show. He did not do it. I confuse Hinder and Medford often. I appreciate the correction. Dude, I definitely don't confuse them. The UK is arresting people who are posting things online they don't like.
They make the frogs gay. They make the frogs. They make the frogs gay.
True. They are doing that. And that's one of the things where I'm like, I remember Kelly was like, yo, like America's listed as like 100th like least safe country in the world or some shit. And I'm just like, yeah, but the government like probably won't take me away. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, in the Philippines, the president was like, yo, kill all drug dealers on site, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? The Philippines isn't even a communist country. And they were just like, yo, if you see them like anything, just kill them. Like to the cops and shit. Yeah, I would still rather live here. I think it's because I came from, a third world country. I was gonna show you guys this one thing on the Patreon. I mean, it's for the Patreon, but I wanted to show it to you guys when it comes to the topic, because I was talking about this with Mark, and like the topic of like, you know how in China, like these iPhone factory workers try to commit suicide and shit. They just work nonstop. And then I was telling him like, bro, in a third world country, like they would fucking love to work in a factory. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can't even get a job at McDonald's, bro, in the Philippines. You feel me on that? You can't even get a job at McDonald's in the Philippines if you're like graduated college. Like it's like fucking crazy. Like it's hard to get a job. I'm not saying that's true, but I want to show you like what poverty is like in the Philippines. And this is like something that we're gonna watch on the Patreon, but I'm gonna show you guys this right here. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen here. I put it in the wrong shit. I put it in the wrong shit. I supposed to put it here.
You're lucky because you got a roof over your head. You can manage to eat 3 times a day. You have your family to support you whenever you needed them.
First of all, check it, right? This motherfucker right here speaks perfect English. Perfect, bro. You know what I'm saying? There are people here that have been here longer in America than this guy that speak way worse English or like no English at all. This guy lives in the Philippines.
There are people like me and all these guys who's living in a rat hole, right? We're waiting for that opportunity, and yet that opportunity is not there yet.
Mark says Philippines isn't third world. Oh, really?
So, you cannot complain about, oh, your car is this old, you have an old television set. Man, you guys are so lucky. I mean, if you're going to put yourself in our situation, you probably would not survive in a week. But us, poverty, did you see the way we're living? Water, we have no drainage. You see how small my room is. And yet, every day we persevere. Every morning we say, Lord, give us more strength and energy so we can survive for the day. We have to find work. We have to find that opportunity, which you guys already have. And yet for us, we're still waiting for God to give us that opportunity. Be thankful of what you got. Have that satisfaction in your life. Because if you're going to reflect on your own life compared to us, you guys are very lucky. So we wish to see you back here in the Philippines. Keep it safe.
You want to see you guys know what an internet cafe looks like, right? You want to see what one looks like in the Philippines?
Yeah. Holy. Roblox? You playing Roblox? Roblox, slots. This kid's watching YouTube. That kid is so zoned in. Okay, now we're at
Look at that. You want to talk about hood, bro? That's fucking hood, bro.
the real slum. Now we're in the alleys. Wow. What's it?
You know what's mad funny? My uncle, we were driving, right, one time in the Philippines, and he was like, this is Rock City, right? And I didn't know what he was talking about before. He was like, this is Rock City. I was like, what do you mean Rock City? And he's like, the drop-off point. And I didn't know what he was talking about before because I've never done drugs at that time. But he meant like meth city, because the Philippines, like the biggest drug is called shabu. It's like a lower end version of meth. It's basically like crank and shit like that. And he was like, we were driving through a neighborhood like that, and he was like, yo, this is Rock City, drop off point. And I thought it was pretty funny once I found out what it was. But like, yo, it's crazy. Like I have relatives that are pretty poor, bro. Like, and that's why coming from there to here, it's like I would way rather live here, like no matter what, because I know what, like, poverty here is like the government is still fucking helping you. You know what I mean? Over there, it's like, damn, dude, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But yeah, man, let's fucking do the giveaway. It's fucking so great. We got a real lighthearted fucking live today. Oh shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh dude. I brought over 5 people from Portugal and Haiti. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, you don't know poor. Yeah, it's even poorer over there. From clones to nationalism. Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, I think poverty here, it's I'm not saying that people don't have it hard, but like, what's crazy is the people that I just showed you, they're not even the poorest people those are like semi-regular folk, like just trying to live and trying to find jobs and like trying to find work, but they can't. That's what I was trying to show you. It's like all those people that you saw, they want to work, but they can't. There's no work to be had. Do you know what I'm saying? If like if you didn't graduate college, you didn't graduate high school, possibly, you could probably work at a fast food joint. Possibly. You could find jobs, you could find work. The problem is you probably won't be able to afford to live anywhere. You probably have to live with a bunch of people to do it. But there is work though, you know? There is actually work. You know what I'm saying? Over there, it's like that dude, bro, that guy could find a job here right now. Right? But he can't find work. It's crazy. All right, let's fucking do the giveaway. I've got this cool thing right here. This is the Kaiser. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Oh, the Evenki 3. That's what this is called right here. This is a fixed blade. I went in my fixed blade drawer and saw that it was full. So you guys are going to get a bunch of, you're going to get 2 fixed blades right now. Check that out right there. This is AEBL steel. I used to say AEB-L and people made fun of me. So I say AEBL now. That's what we got right here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's check out this one. This one is from Lothar, and this is called the Fox. Pretty cool. I think this is a tactical fixed blade, actually. Check that out right there. It's pretty cool. D2 steel with G10 full tang. Nice little stick me up. Okay. Let's get to the look at Ben. He's always calling dibs, bro. Ben is like, he loves fixed blades. All right, let's do this. Oh, Ben, I'm gonna try to make that video this week, by the way, about your arcane design. Your arcane design, the creature. Let me see. I gotta pick a number that I don't fucking pick to fuck you all up, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Pick a number from 1 through 60. All right, guys, 1 through 60. Pick a number. Put them in right now. Let's see what people are gonna put. Let's see what people are gonna put. Damn, this is yo. I don't know what's going on, yo. I think look at 69 giggity. You know what I'm saying? What I don't like about my audio interface is when I want to get to my other sounds, I have to like press some button that I can't get to.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way! Yeah. Sensational.
Okay, you guys done guessing? All right, so we have a sudden death right now. We have Tabby Stabbies and Wyvern Kodiak. They both guessed 3. That's the exact fucking number, which is crazy. I have not finished Dexter yet. I know you're gonna tell me that I'm slacking, but I'm watching Alien Earth right now. Mad hard. Me and Kelly are like addicted to it. We can't wait for the next episode. And I'm watching I just finished this Korean show, Weak Hero Class, which is really fucking good. It's about high school kids beating the shit out of each other. It's amazing. That's on Netflix. I just finished that. I'm watching the new Mayor of Easttown. It's called The Task. As Mark Ruffalo. It's on Max. I'm watching that. Terminal List. I'm fucking watching. That shit's gangster. The Dark Wolf, right? It's a new one. That shit's fucking fire. I love Terminal List, the one with Chris Pratt. So. But yeah, so Tabby Stabbies, don't put the number yet, bro. I didn't even write it yet. This guy's crazy. This guy's going crazy, bro. Am I gonna see Infinity Castle? I want to, but I'm so busy. I don't know when I can go to the theater. So I might have to wait till streaming, which really sucks because I actually Kelly and I love Demon Slayer. Like a lot of people think it's like mad simple and shit, and I'm just like, shut up, bro. Like you're fucking boring as shit. Like, you know what I mean? You know, go watch some fucking elevated anime or something. It's like, all right. So we're gonna do the Tabby, Stabbies, and Wyvern Kodiak. You guys got to guess again. I just put the number. I just wrote the number. Guess the number from 1 through 60. Go. Yep. Tabbies and Wyvern Kodiak. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I'm all caught up on Alien Earth. Me too, Matt. I can't wait tomorrow, yo. Tomorrow is the next episode. It's so good, man. Alien Earth is fire, bro. That shit's so good. I've like, man, I've dropped the ball on like some shows. Tabby, you're the winner, dude. It is, the number was 49 and you guessed 57. So you just, yo, Bless Knives, what's up, man? We just ending the show. So Tabby, give me, shoot me a DM. I think we're on Instagram. I think we have a chat open on Instagram. You can shoot me a DM there. You'll get these two sent to you with some of the new stickers. I got the HRC Boys stickers now. You're gonna get some of that. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fucking sick, man. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Much love to everybody. Let people know about this show, man. Let's make it bigger. Let's make this channel bigger so I can do cooler stuff for you guys. I know I don't have the craziest giveaways, but I try to give you guys something every week. But yeah, man, much love to you guys. This is your boy Ray and the Everyday City Carry Podcast, episode 355. Saying peace.